Hey, Tony here, Random Adventures 2.0. Where are we at and what are we doing? Well, where we're at, we're at a campsite. And what are we doing? Well, we're going to set up a hammock hot tent, but we're not using it as a hot tent. Kinda. Not really. Oh, we're going to be doing some different stuff. So I got the Subaru right here. Our site is right over here. Let's take a walk on down here and look at it. So this might look a little familiar because we were here one other time. We did a hammock hang down there. We used this fire pit right over here and we took a walk around. We set a game cam over there, but what are we doing? So like I said, we're doing a hammock hot tent, but without the wood stove and without the hammock. So I got everything in the Subaru, but let me just show you this. Yeah, this looks a lot different this time of the year. Now, it is bear season right now, and I just talked to a guy that was hunting. He was parked over there. He was just scoping out that field that's right down there, and we hung in our hammock back that way. We'll take a look at that in a second. But there's our fire pit, but right up there, that way, he was telling me, Bob was telling me that a guy shot a big black bear. I think, well, I don't know how big, but he said it looked about 125-pound black bear right up there. So I don't think that's going to come and get to us this tonight. So I think we're good. But I am thinking of being right over here in this spot. But we're going to set the hot tent up right over in this area. So do we go between those two trees or these two trees? I think I want to go this way because, yeah, that'll give me a walk out this way. And right there's our fire pit. Now, there is a sign right over there that says that until further notice, attention until further notice, there's a burn ban in the area. But I called the phone number and there's not a burn ban. They took it off about a week ago. Just didn't take the sign down, which is good because I've got firewood for our fire. So we're going to be doing a fire later. Oh, what else are we going to do? There's a whole bunch of stuff I got planned. All right, well, let's go get some of the stuff out of the car and get started. Here we go. Yeah, so we've got our gear in the back of the car. We've got the hot tent and all the firewood and everything. So first thing we want to do is definitely get our hot tent set up. This is the One Tigress hot tent, hammock hot tent. But like I said, we're not using it as a hammock, but that's the first thing I got to get set up. So how am I going to do that? Do you want to see me set it up, or do you want me to just do it and then bring you back? I'll figure that out in a second. All right. And then we got our other stuff. I got stuff in the backpack as well. Then we got that. And then, so, like I said, we're not using our hammock. We're going to use this. What is that, you ask? Well, I'll show you when we get to that point. You're rushing me along. All right. The last time that we stayed here, the picnic table was over here. You know what? I'm not going to use that spot over there. I think I'm going to use this right here because right here is where the picnic table used to be. And it's kind of a flat area as well. So I think that's good. This is definitely going to be the better spot because of having the gravel here, not being in the leaves. But the ground kind of slopes that way. And because I'm not using my hammock, I need more of a level spot. I got to get the backpack. I'm going to throw the ridge line up and then we'll pull that out of the pack and get that going. I'm going to get ridge line, get my backpack up here. Ugh. Yeah, this is, like I said, in the middle of bear season right now, and there's a lot of hunters up the road that I saw when I came in. And then I was talking to Bob and stuff, and really cool. My daughter told me the other night that, hey, watch out for bears because it's bear season. But it's going to be dark in about 25 minutes, 30 minutes. It's going to really drop off. So I've got to get busy. Let me put this over here. Just lean it up against the tree here. And I'm not sure what ridge line I'm going to use, but let's go ahead and clip it out. I think I'm going to use my big one here. because that's quite a distance. All right, it's been a while. It's been a year since I've set this thing up, so we'll see how it goes. Because it's November and we're daylight savings time, like I said, the sun's going to go down. I think they said sunset is at 4:30 today, so it doesn't leave us a lot of time to be in the daylight. So I want to get this up kind of high to get started, and then walk it out to the other tree. Let's put it up about there. So I used to just try to reach around the tree, but if I can walk around it, I'm going to walk around it. Yeah. That should be good for our ridgeline. So that's what's going to support the hot tent, is that continuous ridgeline. It's supposed to rain about 2 a.m. and it's going to rain until about 10 o'clock tomorrow. So definitely want the tent up because it's chilly. It's getting down to in the upper 30s tonight, and we're going to sleep on not the hammock. So like I said, I'll show you that. Oh, let me get going with this. We're losing daylight. All right, there we have it. So it is up. So this is the One Tigress hammock hot tent. Like I said, we're not using a hammock. Let me show you inside and then we'll walk around the outside. So I've got it just attached at the bottom right there. So the one side's attached, kind of keeps it set. You can zip it closed real easy, but hey, there we go. I don't know what you think, but we got a lot of room, good head space. The flaps are in on the bottoms. I've gotten all 6 spots along the bottom. Man, this doesn't look like it's hard ground, but I go a little bit and then hit rocks. That's what took me so long, so I stopped the time lapse. All right, but this is the One Tigress, like I said, hammock hot tent. Yeah, but we're not sleeping in a hammock. Ooh, let's go outside. I'll show you around in there. We might pull this, even though it's getting cold, we might pull this open. You can open up both sides, that end and this end, but both of these flaps just roll up. Like I said, we're going to keep at least one side open for now until we get all of our stuff in there. When it gets a little colder, we'll go ahead and close it up, because we're going to heat it with something other than the wood stove. You can see I got the trekking pole on this corner, and then I put a trekking pole over here on this corner as well. But you got 6 tie outs, 3 on each side across the mid seam, I guess I'll call it, you know, the halfway up seam. But there you go, One Tigress. And then I've got a trekking pole up on this side as well, just kind of holds it nice and straight along there, because we are on a little bit of an offset. It kind of runs downhill towards the woods right over there. But you can see I've got the door closed on this side too, and I got a little spike down there, but I spiked off all the corners and in the middles as well. But we got guy lines running out on each one. Now right here's the actual flue for the wood stove. You got either a top flue or a side flue, but this is the one that I've used in the past, going straight up with our wood stove. But like I said, we're not doing that tonight. You can see it is clouding up, because like I said, it's gonna be, oh, I almost twisted my ankle. It's gonna be raining about 2 a.m., but they said possible chances even earlier than that. But that's our tent, hammock hot tent. Yeah, when you run the hammock through, there's a double zipper up at the top. When you zip it down, you can, you know, run the hammock strap through, go around the tree. Yeah, every time I've used this, I've loved it. But what are we sleeping on instead of a hammock? Well, we're sleeping on this, the One Tigress cot. So we're gonna sleep on the cot tonight, so I gotta get that put together as well. Maybe I'll just do that out here instead of in the tent. Yeah, I think right on this table will work. Yeah, having this table here to work on is really nice. Yeah, rather than crawling around on the ground. All right, well, there's our cot. So this is the One Tigress cot. And that's what we're sleeping on tonight instead of our hammock. It'll give us a place to sit too. So let's go ahead and get that on inside. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna use my blow-up pad because as long as I got enough insulation, one difference is that I think this is the flatter side, but it does kind of roll downhill a little bit. But I think we'll be good right there. Let me feel it. Sit on it. Oh, that's like tight as a drum. Yeah, so my feet will be downhill a little bit. I kind of like sleeping like that anyhow. But it's not downhill much, but I'm gonna slide down here. Give it a quick lay. Ooh, is that feeling good? Yeah. So like I said, I've done the hammock in here. I did the cot once as well. And I like putting the cot in here to the one side because that gives you all that room right there. Because I can set up a little table, cook right here. What are we cooking? Well, I don't know yet. Well, I don't want to tell you yet because we ain't there yet. I still got a lot of stuff to do and it's getting dark. All right, let me get busy. I did get our Trexology table put together so we can have that near us. So we're gonna use that. But what are we cooking on tonight? I did bring my little backup. So this is my backpacking little Desert Fox burner. So this is with a gas can. So I will use that a little bit later for maybe something, I don't know. But the idea is we're gonna cook in our fire maple pan and also a pot. But what are we having? And how are we cooking? And what are we cooking it on? Well, I did bring the Little Buddy heater. So there is a hack for the Little Buddy heater. So in an emergency situation, if you didn't have any gas bottles or anything, but you had your Little Buddy, you can actually cook on this. We're gonna give it a try tonight, and I'm making a soup. And what kind of soup? Well, I'm thinking of bacon cheeseburger soup, all right? But I still gotta get some firewood going, but we are gonna cook on this. But let me just show you the hack real quick. You just pull the grate off, just like that. Get that. Lift up the handle, and you take the grate and you slide the grate right underneath the handle like that. And then that gives you a good support for it. And then we can set it right on the ground there and cook right there, or we can get it up on the table and cook. I don't know what we're gonna do yet. I got firewood to get together over there and get some sticks before it gets too dark, because we need a little bit of sticks just so we can get it going. All right, and we'll have the fire later once it's completely dark. But it is getting pretty dark now. This isn't a campground. There's just places up along the mountain here where you can rent a spot. So it's $10 for the night and $70 for the week. It's near Port Clinton, Pennsylvania. And this is up on the mountain here. This is spot number P4. So if you want to look it up. But like I said, what are we having? We're gonna do something a little different. So I've got hamburger, right? So this is the burger that we got. Now that's a whole pound of it. We're not going to eat a whole pound. So we got burger, but what I need to do first is I need to do the bacon. This is already cooked bacon, but I want to get it crispy because we're going to, I could put it in the soup, or I could sprinkle it on at the end. I'll figure that out. We are, since it's cheeseburger, we're gonna have the cheese. This is some sharp cheddar cheese. Definitely gonna put some butter in it. If you know me, you've been watching me, I love this stuff. Oh, I should say that for breakfast. But we are gonna put beef broth. I've got this organic beef broth. So that's gonna be the base of our soup. And then we are gonna put heavy whipping cream in it as well. So only a few ingredients. Oh, but salt. So we're gonna use the Redmond's real salt. That's the salt I like. Yum. All right, so getting everything set up. I got the table right in front of me. And now what I do is I have these things that are the non-slip stuff that you put into cabinets and stuff. So that's one of the things I do is I put that on my Trexology table, just like that. Like I said, we're cooking on there. This is gonna be the fire maple pot that we cook in. Like I was thinking, because I wasn't sure, we could cook on the fire. Oh, there's a truck going up the road. He's going the opposite way. He's going up. There's no way out up there to get out. So he's probably just running up there. There's a fire tower way up there, but it's got barbed wire fencing all the way around it. But if you guys are familiar with camping with Steve, I watched a video of his the other night, and it's one I hadn't seen before, which was really surprising, but it always amazes me when he cooks. He had a cast iron pot. He was hammock camping, but he had a cast iron pot like this, and he's pulling out the ingredients to make this meal, and the pot was that high. He filled that thing up like this. It was huge, and I'm like, how does he eat all that? I don't know if he eats it all or not, but that's a lot. So we're just gonna cook in this pot here for our main soup. And then I gotta do the bacon. And I might do the bacon in here just to crisp it up. I don't know, I'll see. I'll figure it out as we go. But we gotta get our burner fired up there and move this out of the way. But I wanna cut that bacon up because I don't need 12 pieces tonight. So I gotta cut that up. Yeah, that truck just went by again, so it was on the way out. I didn't forget my knife this time. All right, so I am gonna go ahead and chop this up. And I just want some little slices because I don't want the long strips, but we're gonna make them fairly big. Yum, I love bacon. Like I said, this is the already cooked bacon, but it's not crispy at all. So, yeah, I'll do all 5 of them. We'll go the whole way down. All right, get that in our pan. I think I am gonna do it in this pan because this way I can let the bacon right in here and then just dump it right into the pot. Later, you know what? I said I was gonna hang on to it. Let's find out how this does. All right, I gotta get my hamburgers and stuff out. I didn't start that yet because I want to get the beef ready to put in. Like I said, we're not gonna use the whole pound, even though I could eat a whole pound. I don't think we need a whole pound for this soup because we're just cooking in that pot. All right, well, let me get that open. Let me get my glove. So I got the burger out. I've got my glove ready. We got to get this fired up because I think we're going to go ahead and start, at least do the bacon. So this is just a push down. Hopefully I got enough gas in it. Stay lit while it light. Now we're just going to start out on low. We'll let that heat up for a second. I'm going to get the burger separated. I think I'm going to do about half of this. Well, I don't know if you can smell it, but that's smelling good. It's starting to sizzle now. I turned it up just a little bit, and I'm not on high. Because one thing you want to watch is if it is on high, it could melt the underside of that handle a little bit. So I kind of keep it about medium. We're almost done. Getting crispy. I think that's good enough. I'm just gonna put that right on our cutting board and then get that burger in here. Oh, it's nice and hot. So I'm gonna wanna keep this kind of chunky. I don't want it real ground like how you make it for, say, like a taco. I want chunks in my soup. And we'll see if we can get it like that. I'm just breaking it up with my fingers here. I got this black glove on. Ah, yeah, that'll work. That's looking and smelling pretty good. Yes, it is. Now, I've never had cheeseburger soup, but I wanted to try something different, you know, as it's getting cold out like this. Figured I'd have some soup, get some warm broth in me, but also with this protein, that should be good. All right, I'm gonna keep browning this up. When it's done browning, I'll bring you back. So that beef's sizzling, so I am gonna put the beef and the juice right into this other pot. Get in there, don't spill. There we go. Yum. Ooh, look at that, steamy. So I am gonna pour the broth in next. Oh, first I want to put some salt in there. Oh, salt. And a lot of salt. And then our beef broth. So that's going to cool it down. It's going to take a little while for that to heat up. And then our heavy whipping cream. So that's going to make it nice and creamy. And then we're also going to slice up a little bit of butter and stick it in there and just let it simmer. Get that butter. So we're gonna do a couple nice size slices. Oh, get in there. Everybody in the pool. Make it nice and get that. I would say, I think I'm gonna go maybe 4 tablespoons. Yeah, one more. 2, 3, and 4. All right, let's get the lid on it. Let's give that a quick check. Oh, it's starting to steam. Let's give it a stir. I think I'm gonna wait just for about 1 or 2 more minutes and then we'll add our cheese. Oh, this is getting good. Oh, that's a lot of soup. It's steaming. Yeah, it's coming. Look at the little holes. That's steam coming out of the holes. Yes, it's boiling. Oh, it's gonna boil over. I gotta get that turned down quick. Oh, let's go low. It's amazing how this is doing, cooking this, but we'll sprinkle on our cheese. Like I said, this is the sharp cheddar cheese. Oh, let's get a lot in there. Yeah, I think a little bit more. We want it cheesy. That cooled her down. Give it a quick stir. And then we're gonna take a bite of it once we get our bacon on there, but I want to sprinkle the bacon while I'm eating it. All right, I turned off the little buddy and moved everything over here. So there you have it. There's our bacon. I'm gonna sprinkle that in there. And then let's give it a first bite. I went ahead and lit the lantern. I actually don't have a lighter on me, so I had to use the our fire striker. And the gas was going, and then all of a sudden it went poof. I wish I'd have got that on camera. That's pretty wild. Okay, get all the bacon in there. Okay, first bite. I hope that's cooled down enough for me. Oh, I got a piece of the bacon and I got a piece of the beef. Ooh, yummy. Oh, don't spill it. Boy, that hot. It's still hot, but it tastes really good. I'm gonna have to let that cool down for a minute. Yes, I am. Ooh, that is really good. Putting the bacon in there at the very end, almost like croutons on a salad. Oh boy. Yeah, you can see it's really steamy. Man, that worked out awesome. So I never put it on high. I only had it on between low and high, so medium, but it doesn't have a medium stick marker on there. Yeah. Ooh, it's only like 6:15, so it's early yet. But as soon as we eat our soup, we're gonna go out there and work on making our fire. There's not a lot of sticks and twigs laying around. I tried to gather up as much as I could, but we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna use that fire striker and the fire maple, not fire maple, Bigfoot Bushcraft fire starters. So I never had a problem with them before, so that should work out good. Oh, come on, soup, cool down. I did it a little too hot. Yeah, well, I'm sitting here waiting for my soup to cool down. I hear it raining a little bit out there. It's just been off and on. It's not supposed to come till 2 in the morning, but it's coming. Maybe it's gonna come a little earlier. So we got to get our fire going pretty soon if we're gonna have a fire. It's still hot. All right, well, I'll tell you what, that cream, that heavy whipping cream and that beef broth makes a really good soup. Oh, that bacon cheeseburger soup. Yeah, I gotta get that to cool down more so I can eat it faster. All right, we're out here at our fire pit. I got an Olido bulb just stuck there until we get it lit, because if not, you wouldn't be able to see me. So we're gonna use the Bigfoot Bushcraft fire plug. I gotta get it broke open. Now, the only thing that I could find was a few sticks, but I did find this grass that was actually dried out. So you can see the grass there. Oh, so I think that'll be good. And we're gonna put that right on top. We're gonna do a top-down burn. attempt to do a top-down burn. But these fire plugs are really, really nice. I'm just breaking up the fibers. So you spin it around. I do have a second one with me in case we need two. All right, get it nice and opened up. It's got like fibers on the inside, but it's covered with wax coating, and that's jet fuel proprietary mix. Yeah. Oh, but I got a second one in my hand just in case we need two. Oh, that should be good. So you just want to break the fibers up a little bit so you got them there. I'm gonna set that right down in our grass. Put this one back in my pocket. Usually I only need one, but all right, am I gonna be one strike Tony or two strike Tony today? I just hope this fire burns. Yeah, I do. At least before it rains. 1, 2, yeah, 2 strike Tony. So, and the fire plug's lit, and then we just want to kind of get our little grass going. Then we got our sticks mixed in with the grass. I got my puffy jacket on. Hopefully that doesn't burn. Come on, catch some of them sticks. So that fire plug, it'll last for 5 minutes. I'm gonna lean these in here, kind of. We got a little bit of breeze coming, which can help. All right. Yeah, and then a couple this way. Grab some of the smaller stuff out. So, yeah, looking like we just need one. Keep it going. Please. Oh, go, go, go. Did it catch? Well, our fire plug's still burning. Yeah, just all the sticks laying around were wet. They were all wet. Come on. I'm seeing some flames. Keep it going. There we go. I think we're getting it. All right, I'll bring it back when it's a roaring fire. All right, there it goes. That was actually pretty good. So I didn't have to use that second fire plug. I walked over there to look for a couple more sticks, and the ones that I had on there, they must have dried out and just took off. Because I turned around and I was like, oh, there it's starting. So I just got 2 bundles of firewood because I just figured that was enough because it's supposed to rain. And then plus I didn't know about the fire ban as well. So fortunately that is off. And yeah, we'll let those burn down a little bit, and then we'll throw this other one on. I only got 3 left here, and it's burning straight down, so that's perfect. Yeah. Someone asked me did you know about the top-down method? And I had not, so I actually like doing it like that. When Miss 2.0 and I were out for the 15,000 subscriber special, I did that. That was the first time I ever did the top-down method. I, just got all the little sticks and stuff in the fire plug and put it on the top of a stack of wood, and then lit it, and it caught and just burned on down through. Yeah. Oh, I love the smell of a campfire, except for when it blows in your eyes. Oh, don't fall into it, Tony. Yeah, you know what? I don't know if I'm going to throw those other 3 on there. I might just let those as a gift to the next camper that comes here, because there is, when I was looking on the reservations in about, I think Friday, so this week, it's like this spot's booked for about the weekend plus maybe 1 or 2 days. So it must be someone coming up here and camping and hunting. So yeah, I'll probably let those 3 left. I'm not going to throw them, burn them. I'll probably put them under the picnic table, just to keep them dry. Because like I said, it's supposed to rain at least by 2 a.m. Like I said, we heard some sprinkles a little while ago when I was in there eating the soup. Oh, the soup. So I didn't finish it. There's still like half of a bowl in there. It was still a little too hot. I'll probably go get that. Maybe I'll go get that and then finish it out here. Yeah. I love the smell of a fire. We do have a breeze coming. So right now it's just a light and variable breeze, but tonight into tomorrow, by tomorrow it's going to be 10 to 20 mile an hour winds. So that's going to be a little rough, but I got this. That's why I staked it down so much. I don't always stake every eyelet, but I did today because it's going to get windy. Yep. Yeah, let me get my soup. Ooh, I got my soup. Yeah, that fire's going good. Yeah, it is. All right. Oh, that's a good thing this picnic table's here. I do have my stool and I could get a lot closer, but this thing is throwing out heat. But you can see the wind blowing the flames that way. Let's see how this cooled down. Cooled down perfect, and then I can drink it right out of the pot. Yum. And this cold air, that cooled my soup down too quick. So I threw it on the fire for a little bit to heat her back up with it. Yeah, I think I heated it up too much now. Oh, I can't get it right. Yum. Yeah, I've got a light on over there inside the hot tent, but you can see the wind picking up. Yeah, I just got done stomping out a couple ashes that the wood went pop, and then saw a couple ashes over there in the near the leaves, so I went over there and stomped them out. The sky is really interesting. So if you look down this way, you would think that that's the moon right down there, but it's not. Because I'm filming on low light, well, even most cameras just adjust, but it looks eerie. But that's not that bright looking at it. However, I believe that's Cabela's in that area down near Hamburg. It's just all the parking lots. You got Walmart, you got Cracker Barrel, a lot of businesses down there, Lowe's, and I think that's from all their parking lots lighting up the sky. And then every once in a while you hear trains too. So that's the town Port Clinton down there. There's I forget what railroad that is, but the Appalachian Trail comes down through there and goes across the railroad tracks. And then a lot of thru hikers, they'll catch a shuttle from that location. There's a little pavilion that a church allows people in the Appalachian Trail thru hikers to overnight there. And then there's a shuttle from Cabela's that comes down, picks them up, takes them up to Cabela's so they can get anything they need, and then runs them back. Runs a couple times a day. Yeah. All right, our logs are getting down there. It's getting chilly. I just walked away from the fire. And it's cool, burr. Yeah. But I can hear the wind blowing through the trees. Like I said, I think we're gonna hold up pretty good with the one tigress hammock tent. All right, well, I gotta get my bed ready, kind of get stuff organized again. All right, well, I'm gonna sit here and enjoy the fire for a little bit longer, and then I'll talk to you when we're back in the hot tent. It's not hot right now. I turned the little buddy off after we got done cooking, and I got the door hanging open. So if it was hot, it ain't hot no more. All right, I think it's time to get inside the tent. That wind's picking up, and I'm feeling a little chilly. Oh. We're gonna go ahead and close the flap, close the door, get it zipped up, and then I am gonna probably put the little buddy back on. All right, so what am I sleeping on? Well, you already saw the one tigress cot, but I've got the One Wind top quilt. So this is my top blanket. It does snap together, so I've got it snapped together. I got it double layered and then sitting over top of the thing. But I have my top quilt as well, and that's what I'm going to use. I figured I'd lay on that. They give me some insulation from the ground, that kind of stuff. Because I know when I was sleeping with it in the hammock, the thing is extremely warm. So it should be real good on here. Yeah. It slides around a little bit though. With this being downhill, maybe I'll end up outside of the outside. Oh man, I can tell a difference already just without the wind. Yeah. And then it's going to be raining tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to rush out here because I'm definitely not going to pack this up in the morning if it's raining. I want to let it sit for a while, dry off. But I just checked the weather again a little while ago. They said, yeah, about 10 a.m. Still supposed to be raining, kind of ending at 10. All right, well, should I fire that up now or wait? I think I'll fire it up. Yeah, and get ready. Get my other top quilt out and then get ready for bed. So I get that safety grate put back in there. So you just lift it up and put it in those two little holes right there. And that is all back together. All right, so I am gonna go ahead. This has a tilt thing, so if you actually tilt it, it automatically turns off. So I am gonna fire it back up. Get it warmed up a little bit in here. Like I said, it's good that the wind's not blowing right now because I can't feel it in here. But I could feel it out there. It was blowing on my neck. So I've got to get my hat, change caps before I lay down and go to bed. But I'm going to sit here and get nice and warm before I crawl in here. So I did pull out my top quit. This is a Horizon Down. I forget the name of it, but I've had this one ever since I started camping. So that's been for quite some time now. I've had that at least 2.5 years. It's the only one I got. It's the only one I use. Very hot. Not hot, warm. That's getting hot. All right, well, that should feel pretty good. It's kind of a big space in here, but as far as a little buddy, things should do the job. Do I want to set it up on top of the table or just set it down here? Yeah, let's set it right there. Yeah. Very good. Get my table moved around. Yep, so I'm going to get things finished, put away, and like I said, just kind of hang out. When it gets dark early, it makes for a long night, but I know we're going to get rain tonight, so it's probably going to wake me up. I got to just double check everything when it starts raining. When I hear it, if I wake up, maybe I'll sleep through it. I don't know. All right. Well, I'll talk to you right before I go to bed. Alrighty, well, we are in bed. So that I've still got the heater on. It's warming this place up really nice. But I went ahead and put my cap on. So that's the Z-Pack cap that Stitch had gotten me about 1.5 years ago. But I'm not going to use a pillow. I like laying on my arm, just like that. But I do have the top quilt here, and then I've got the camping blanket that I'm in between. So I'm sandwiched in between that, and then got the top blanket right there to kind of keep me going for the night, nice and warm. And I am going to turn that heater off in a little bit, and then I'll turn it back on in the morning before we get out of bed. But it is supposed to rain somewhere around 2 o'clock. When it does, if I don't sleep through it, I'll talk to you then. But I am going to not do a time lapse. Usually I do, but it's going to be raining. My camera is not waterproof, so I can't set it outside. Plus, there's not going to be a sunrise anyhow. Oh, well. Well, for now, it's good night. Yeah, so far so good. Wind still blowing, but it's not blowing as hard as it's going to tomorrow. We'll see how that is tomorrow. But for now, Tony 2.0, good night. Lights out. Oh, I can't do lights out because I got the heater on. All right, well, I'll see you in the morning. All right, good night. Oh, time to turn that off. I turned the heater back on for a little bit. It was getting chilly in here. I got my old Lido bulb. You can hear the rain coming down. So it actually started around 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm thinking. That's about when I woke up. And I just been laying here listening to the rain, checking to see if any water's running in. It's not, but I turned the heater on for a little bit just to warm it back up in here. All right, well, we knew it was coming. All right, I'm going back to bed. Oh, turn my light out. Nothing like the sound of rain. I just don't like packing up wet. Oh, hopefully it dries. Good morning. Get my hat straightened out here. Oh, I got to get my finish tying my shoe. And that was a really nice rain last night. Yeah, it was. In fact, I didn't even turn the heater on. So I'm going to get that fired up because it is chilly in here. But I think the tent, well, hammock tent, held up pretty good. We got a lot of rain on there, but for the most part, it held up. It did sag a little bit. Oh, get that fired up. Oh, it's chilly. So it did sag a little bit, but that's because of all the rain. But it's dry on the inside. Well, got a little condensation on it. Yeah. But for the most part, it was good. I did hear trains last night. I didn't get to record any of that sound, but I could hear them way down there, especially early this morning. But it's almost 10 o'clock. So I finally decided to get up because it just stopped raining about maybe a half an hour ago. It was just steady from about 3:30 till about 9:15. But I did hear hunters coming in the road earlier this morning, just before sunrise, but not sunrise because there's no sun. Oh, wait, I think it's starting to peek out a little bit. Off and on, you'll see the tent light up a little bit. Yeah. My little buddy is starting to heat up. So that is good that the sun's starting to peek out. They did say that it was going to. Now, I've got this spot until 3 o'clock. But I'm not going to hang you on till 3 o'clock. I'm sure you got things to do, places to go, people to see. Yeah, because I'm gonna stay here as long as I can. Let this dry out before I got to pack it up. Yeah, because it does have a lot of water drops on it, so I got to bang it out. But the high winds is kind of what I'm worried about. But that'll help dry it out too. But for the most part, the winds did get pretty blowing last night, but not the 15 to 20 mile an hour winds that they're calling for a little bit later. So I'm not gonna take the front of the grate off of the little buddy again now that I have it on, because I can just set the kettle right on the top, right next to the handle. So I'm gonna fill this up with water. Like I said, the only thing I'm gonna do this morning is have a cup of coffee. Really not gonna eat anything, so that'll save time. But I'm not hungry. That was a lot of soup we ate last night. Well, not we, me. You didn't have any. You had to make your own or come to another camp with me. So I'm gonna throw the kettle right on top of here, and we just kind of got it set up like that now. That'll be good enough. I'm not gonna heat the water to boiling because I want to be able to drink it. But what are we having? What kind of coffee? Well, I brought coffee from my very first video I ever made, which is the Sizzle coffee. I got a whole bag of it. So Sizzle Cafe Premium Instant Coffee. I was going to say Folgers this morning. So you know how the Folgers saying best thing in your cup is Folgers. Best thing. Oh, the best thing of waking up is Folgers in your cup. Well, I say nowadays the best thing waking up is waking up and having whatever kind of coffee happens because I'm awake, right? All right. Well, I'm going to let that heat up. I'm going to get this out. And I think I might go ahead and break or pack my top quilts and stuff away while that's heating up. All right. Well, I'll bring you back in a little bit. Oh, I love this coffee. I have to say, out of all the coffees that I've tried for instant, that is my favorite. Sizzle Cafe. Oh, gotta stir it. And then I'll meet you outside. Okay. Oh, the sky is blue. Perfect. Yeah, that was a great camp. It really was. Well, I got my coffee. I don't know if you're ready for the day. I think I am. Yeah, a lot of water still on there, so it's going to take a while for this to dry out. Glad the sun's out, and that should help. Definitely windy still, but it's not as windy as it's going to be. So like I said, I'm probably going to go ahead and end this video here. But first, I got to do a salute. Good morning. Cheers. Ooh, I got to open it, the top. All right, well, I got the lid on wrong way, but cheers. Good morning. Hope you're going to have an awesome day. Yeah. Whew, it is getting breezier. I can feel the wind picking up, so that'll help dry it out. All right, cheers. Almost too hot. So the only thing we got to do yet is cue the music. There it is. All right, so hey, I want to say thanks a lot for coming along. Remember, it's just one adventure at a time, and if you can't get out and have your own adventure, keep coming along with me. I think we're having a pretty cool time. I hope you are too. And if you like this kind of stuff, please hit that like button, maybe the subscribe button. And if you never want to miss one of our car camping, hot tent camping, hammock camping, all kinds of camping videos and other stuff too, because you know why? The channel's called Random Adventures. You never know what we're going to be doing, so hit that notification bell. All right, well, until next time, you have an awesome week, and we'll see you on the next Random Adventure. See ya.